Welcome back to Super Recaps. Today I will show you a South Korean TV series known as 2521. From 1998 to 2021, the series narrates the romantic lives of 5 main characters. Watch out for spoilers ahead. The series primarily focuses on a heartwarming story about 2 young, ambitious teenagers whose dreams for the future are destroyed by uncontrollable events. Facing the harsh reality of life, they relate to each other and recognize each other as kindred spirits, despite their age gap. Where do you think the story will take these 2 main characters, and what leads to their hopeless situation and broken dreams? Let us investigate together. The episodes start by showing us the life of the main character's daughter, Kim Min-chae, a high schooler. Min-chae avoids her mother's disappointment by hiding in her grandmother's house after withdrawing from a dancing competition because she observes her opponent and believes there is no way she can win. While at her grandma's house, she discovers her mother's diary from 1998. We are now shown the 1998 plot based on her mother's diary. Fencing is Na-hido's passion, and she was once considered a fencing prodigy. Though she has now reached her peak, her goal in life now is to compete with a young Olympic gold medalist, Go Yoo-rin, who is still in high school. Wei-do is obsessed with Yoo-rim to the point where she visits Yoo-rim's school every Saturday just to see her practice. But soon, because of Korea's IMF crisis, Widow's school removed the fencing club to cut costs. Wei-do is heartbroken and decides to attend Yoo-rim's school instead and train there. Her mother, however, does not see the value of fencing, especially since her daughter is not performing as well as she could. As a result, Widow tries to be a delinquent so she can be forced to change schools as a punishment, and she tries to achieve this by getting herself caught in a nightclub. There, she is propositioned by a shady guy who tries to hit on her. Luckily, she has a supporter by her side, known as Baekhyun. They have already met a few times as he has worked a few part-time jobs in her neighborhood. Widow's future love interest, Baek, has been looking after himself due to a financial crisis after his father's business went down. The next day, Widow goes to see Coach Yang to try and get into the same school and fencing team as Yoo-rim. She passes the first test with ease but fails the second. Her persistence and Coach Yang's abilities persuade her to allow Widow to attend Yang High regardless. Hido's first day of school finally arrives and she goes there with her mother Ji-woon. Soon after her arrival, she first meets the resident cool kid, his friend Sun-won, and the class president. During her training program she finds out she will be training with Yi-kan, Sol Dae-sul, and Ji-oh, and of course, Yoo-rim, who has a track record of always being late, yet she is their best performer. Widow is completely smitten by her idol and learns that she will be playing against Yoo-rim in a practice match. However, after the difficult match, Widow gets a rude awakening when Yoo-rim confronts her with the brutal reality of fencing. In the meantime, Yi-jin continues to multitask to fulfill his family and financial responsibilities along with his professional obligations. As the time passes, Widow's plan to get close to Yoo-rim starts to unfold. Unbeknownst to her, she had actually defeated Yoo-rim in a tournament when they were young, and this has significantly crippled their relationship. When an extremely lucky opportunity arises, Widow begs her coach for extra training. Meanwhile, Yi-jin fails another job interview and decides to get drunk to dull the tension and suffering. After the fencing competition, Widow comes across an extremely drunk Yi-jin who is struggling to try to save his family from their financial crisis at the cost of his own happiness. Widow then uses Yi-jin's motivation to fuel her future ventures. She hands over one of her swords from a previous match to Yi-jin and says goodbye. When she gets home, her mother waits for her inside and after their conversation. It seems that Widow has found her life's purpose and ambition and can't wait to talk about it with Yi-jin, but he has disappeared without any signs of coming back. Fast forward to the day before the major fencing event, tensions between Widow and Yoo-rim are at a peak. Both aren't aware that Yi-jin is also there as he is now employed as a reporter. Yi-jin notices Widow in the audience, and the two reunite and reawaken their connection, leading to a romantic relationship. Meanwhile, Yoo-rim's behavior changes as her opinion on Widow shifts. While Hido tries to avoid seeing Yi-jin, he volunteers for a special documentary project that will force them to work together. Yi-jin takes Widow and Yoo-rim on a trip to the beach with the excuse of working and lets Sung-won and Ji-won come with them too. When they return to school, Sung-won, a friend of Widow, can't help but intervene in their teacher's violent acts. Seo, the teacher, has been accused of assaulting students, and Sung-won takes a courageous stand and leaves school. Widow and Yoo-rim also offer support and motivation to their teammate who is undecided about returning to the team. When this is going on at school, Yi-jin has been notified not to let his personal affairs, like his relationship with Widow, come in between his professional life. He's stuck between his career and his responsibilities to his friends and Widow, and he realizes this was always going to be their ending. As the school fencing team competes in their final competition, Yoo-rim makes a troublesome decision because she is bearing the burden of her family's sudden misfortune. We are shown Yoo-rim's past where we find out that her father was involved in a serious accident. Yurim's father is shown injured in the car and later seen outside the operating room. The other victim's family then hurries in and confronts him, blaming him for the crash and asking him what responsibility he'll take whilst screaming that he should die. Ji Wong is desperately looking for his girlfriend in order to find out about the situation. He is deeply upset by her decision to relocate to another country, but he comforts her by conveying his admiration and even throws her a farewell party. Yurim goes home and tells her parents of her new nationality and her plan to shift to Russia to help solve the financial and legal problems affecting the entire family. Her parents are quite upset after the revelation, but they agree to go ahead with the plan. Widow comes across a crying Yi Jin in the tunnel. She wipes away his tears and comforts him. Time moves quickly, and now he is 25 and she is 21. Widow keeps in touch with everyone through emails with Yurim. They're both under a lot of pressure to win in the upcoming tournament in Madrid. If Yurim wins, she will be able to embarrass everyone who spoke against her, and winning for Widow means she'll make her nation proud. Another problem was that the media manipulated their declarations into personal attacks on one another. Yi Jin and Widow gradually drift apart because of Yejin's extra workload and duty for reporting the New York attacks. Yi Jin asks for a permanent reporting position in New York City after initially only arriving there temporarily to report the ongoing attacks. Widow and Yi Jin then end their relationship, but they keep supporting one another and have become successful and happy in their own independent lives. Yi Jin becomes a news anchor and Widow ends up marrying someone else while winning 2 gold medals and retiring in 2009. Yurim on the other hand opens a fencing club after retiring in 2007. 2521 is a wonderful series about these lovable characters who are trying their best to make their relationships work while also juggling problems that life keeps throwing at them. Despite the challenges, they continue to be hopeful and motivated. If you were Yi Jin, what would you do? Give up your true love to chase your dreams, or would you give up your dreams instead? Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and press the bell icon to get new video updates.